Hey guys, welcome to the RH Negative Files. This is going to be file number 2. We're going to talk about the Watchers. What if one of the greatest mysteries of the world and human history was hidden in just a few verses of ancient text? For thousands of years, people have debated the identity of a mysterious group known as the Watchers. Who are they? And why are they called the Watchers? And why are they still one of the most controversial subjects in biblical history? Today, we're going to open one of the oldest case files in human history. Let's begin. The story begins. The first clues appear in the book of Genesis. In one of the Bible's most mysterious passages, we were told that the sons of God saw the daughters of men who were beautiful and took them as wives. Now, immediately afterwards, the text mentions a mysterious group called the Nephilim. That's all it says. Just a handful of verses, no explanation, no details, no clear identities. Just enough information to spark thousands of years of questions. Who were the sons of God? Why are they connected to the Nephilim? And what happened that made this story so memorable? Well, first we got to enter into the book of Enoch. Although it isn't part of most modern Bible canons, it was highly respected by many ancient Jewish communities and remains part of the biblical canon, I can't even talk this morning, of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. In Enoch, the story expands dramatically. The Watchers are described as heavenly beings assisted to watch over humanity while here on earth. But according to the story, some rebelled against their purpose. They descended to earth, they take human wives, and they begin teaching humanity knowledge that has previously been hidden. Astronomy, metalworking, jewelry making, enhancements, herbal knowledge, secrets of the heavens. The story presents this as forbidden knowledge, wisdom received outside of its proper order. Now, whether someone reads this as literal history, symbolic literature, or sacred allegory, it depends on their religious or spiritual perspectives. So, what were the Watchers? This is where interpretations begin to diverge. Some theologians understand the Watchers as angels, fallen angels. Others believe that the sons of God referred to ancient rulers or the descendants of Seth. Some scholars read the story as symbolic, reflecting themes of human pride, corruption, and misuse of knowledge. In modern spiritual circles, entirely different interpretations have emerged. Some describe the Watchers as interdimensional beings. Others see them as extraterrestrial visitors. And some believe that they symbolize advanced teachers who brought knowledge to early civilization. These are modern interpretations, not conclusions established by ancient texts themselves. Yet they continue to inspire books, documentaries, and discussions around the world. Why does this matter? The Watcher story isn't only about mysterious beings. It's also about a timeless question. What happens when humanity gains knowledge before it has the wisdom to use it? Every generation faces this question. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, nuclear technology, social media, knowledge can build civilizations. Knowledge can also be misused. Perhaps that's one reason this ancient story still resonates. It reminds us that wisdom and knowledge are not always the same thing. So, where does Rh negative blood enter the conversation? Over the past several decades, some writers and spiritual communities have connected the Watcher story with theories about unusual bloodlines. The idea is that if ancient stories described extraordinary lineages, some wonder whether traces of those lineages could still exist today. It is important to note that neither Genesis or the Book of Enoch mentions anything about the Rh factor or Rh negative blood in general. The connection is a modern spiritual theory, not something found in ancient texts themselves. Still, the question continues to intrigue many people because it sits at a crossroad of spirituality, mythology, history, and identity. Maybe the Watcher's story isn't ultimately asking us to identify mysterious beings, but maybe it's asking us something even deeper. How do we use knowledge? What responsibility comes from discovery? And how do we remain humble in the face of mysteries that we may never fully understand? The oldest stories survive not because they answer our questions, but because they continue asking them. So now I leave you with this question. Who or what do you believe the Watchers were? Angels, symbols, ancient teachers, something we've forgotten, or something else entirely? Again, I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm here to invite you to explore the mystery, because every answer begins with a question. I'll see you in the next files.